Welcome back to the Sound for More channel. It's Leo speaking. Today I have the pleasure to introduce you to Transit, as you can see here from Baby Audio in collaboration with Andrew Huang. Before I continue, if you would like to participate to the giveaway, please do follow the instruction included in the video description, and please do not forget to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. So what is Transit? It's an AUv3 multi-effect plugin. Works in iOS, works also in Mac, really nice on desktop as well. As you can see inside here, we are in AUM. I have a number of audio channel, and the first one I have King of Digital, the second one I have People, and the third one I have Steel Guitar Pro. Then I have Suggester 2 here, 2 instances to drive some of the audio sources. Then I have Hammerhead, so you can hear what it sounds like with drum. And then all of those the audio sources are going into mix bus A here. And then you can see mix bus A here at the end on the last audio channel where you have Transit, of course. Now, this is the way it looks. Okay, so nice, really interface. You can click up here to change the coloring as well, the theme, which is absolutely great. And you have initially 2 view, a play view. This is the one that it comes with the first time that you actually load it, and then you have a full view. I prefer to be on the full view. Okay, but let's mute different channels and like so, and let's listen only to King of Digital. Let me show you also what I have in Suggester 2. I have just have a chord progression, really. You can see C sharp minor, E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, and then it is something really simple. Okay, so let's open up Transit. Okay, and let's click here and click again. So we have an init preset. Now let's click play. So we listen only to King. Okay, that is the way that it sounds like. And now let's apply some effect. If you click here on init, you have different categories here on the left hand side, and then you have different presets. Let's start with the first one and let's listen. Now, in terms of applying effects, it comes in 2 ways. At the top here, you have this macro control, which you can use manually. You can see is driving different controls in the different effects or slot. You can see you have a 3 up here, 3 slot here, and then you have another 4 down here. You can click on the plus sign to add a slot, like in this case, and then you can choose the type of effect that you want to drive, like so. So it's very, very intuitive, very simple. Of course, you can click on clear if you don't want to have one. But you have this macro controller, which will drive the settings where it is applied, and you apply just selecting here this part where you have this circle which becomes yellow, and in that case the macro control here will drive the parameter like so. And then you can define, click and hold up and down the range, okay, that the macro control will influence. In the middle where you see where there is available a line or an envelope, you can click and hold, move up and down. You can change also the envelope as well, which is really nice. In terms of controlling it, is very simple. You can activate it, deactivate a different slot. You can click up here to select the different ones. You can click here and hold, and then you can drag and drop it somewhere else. Of course, you can randomize here the parameters, and you can click up here to maximize the window, which normally is really good because it helps you to click on the different controls. So that's really nice. One thing I didn't see immediately intuitive, if you want to go back to the previous view, you just click outside anywhere. Perhaps intuitive enough. And as you can see, you have different type of effects. Indeed, if I click on the plus sign, you can see you have auto pan, a bit crusher, a chorus, a delay, distortion, filter, different poles, flanger, noise, an oscillator as well, which you can do some great transition, a multi-band equalizer, a phaser, a pitch shifter, a pump effect like ducking, reverb, spread, tremolo, and also utility. Under the utility, you can do gain, pan, and tone changes as well. So a lot of different effects that you can apply at the same time, which is great. But additionally, if you click up here where you can see this arrow, left and right, you click on that, and then you have a transition controls. It's like a sequencer. You can say go on a loop, yes or no, go in a pendulum, so it goes in one direction and then it comes back, like left and right, it continues. Then you can turn it on like that. With pressing this button here, you can stop it. You can select the bars and subdivision as well in terms of how, when it will start, and the speed in terms of, it's practically like an LFO really, that is applying, of course, changes to all the controls that have been mapped against that internal sequencer. But that, of course, helps you to actually drive the changes simultaneously to all the different effects. As you saw up here, there's so many different effects. Is unbelievable. So let's listen a little bit more. Let's try and something else. Let's unmute Hammerhead. Let's mute King of Digital. And let's try with some effects perhaps on drum. Why not? You can hear the bit crusher here. That is why it's called crunchy top, right? You have a bit of filtering and chorus as well. This is quite nice because you can hear that big reverb actually, which is really right, really great. So it's absolutely fantastic. And here, of course, you can do it manually. Let me show you. You can click and hold and move up and down to act on the macro control. Here you can decide, for example, to randomize at the setting, which is great. You can see when you click on play, it starts at the right subdivision, which is selected, which is great. Okay, but why don't we try it with something else different again? Let's try it with Pipa, and let's remove the hammerhead, and let's try some vocals. Here we go. So let's scroll down, and let's try some vocals effects. So nice, really nice. Okay, so let's unmute Guitar Steel Pro. Let's mute Pipa, and let's see if we can find something related to perhaps guitar. Why not? Why don't we try some distortion here and then maybe some space effect. Careful, of course, that it doesn't clip. It depends, of course, on the different settings. In this case, you can see the 3 bands here, equalizer that is pumping up actually the gain quite a bit. You have here an infinite mode, which is quite nice. You can turn it on, and it means the effect will be on even when the microcontroller is actually set to 0, like so, which is really nice. So you can also lock, if you click here, you can lock parameters which will not be impacted by randomization, of course, which is quite nice to actually have as a different, as an option, really. Then you have here your dry and wet, and then here you have the final output as well, which you can change. Let me show you some other different type of effects or transition, because it's quite nice. You can generate type of effects. And of course, these are quite nice when you control them manually. This is quite special. You can see you have an oscillator here. You can decide the type of waveform, the spread, the pitch, and the gain. Absolutely great. Every single effect has a lot of different parameters. Like you see distortion, you can choose the type, the tone, the drive, always the mix, of course, the delay, length and tone and feedback, pretty standard, similar on reverb, length, the tone and the size, of course, the mix, tremolo again, the shape, the amount, and the rate, which can also be synced here to the host, which is great. Then the equalizer here is quite nice when you're zooming up, so you can move up and down the different bands like so. You can decide the amount and the gain. And of course, you also have some preset, I should say, a preset here. If you click on the hamburger menu of 3 lines, you have different presets as well for the particular effect, which is, again, bonus. Here you have your pump effect with length, amount, and shape if you want to have those ducking type style of effect. As I said, flanger, that is your flanger with rate, depth, feedback, and mix. Then why don't we have a look at the utility I mentioned earlier? You can change the gain, the pan, and of course the tone. Yeah, lots of the bit crusher. Perhaps I haven't showed you. So here you have the level of bit crush. Here you can change the sample rate as well. Chorus. here with rate, depth, and feedback. So many different options. The bonus, of course, is when you have it on, if you click up here on the top and left, you can also map it against another MIDI source. And here you can decide to map the transition control. You can change the global mix output. You can decide when the sequence starts, stop. If you want the normalization, if you want to bypass it. And then for each of the type of effect, you have start and static, etc., etc. So you have all the different controls. And this is great because what you can do, you can actually have it to kick off and a particular part of your song inside the DAW. So you actually can control it through a MIDI track, and then you can get the effect coming in exactly when you need it. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I hope you enjoyed the short tutorial and demonstration of Transit. And as always, see you next time. Bye.